Hi, my name is Waqas Sharif and I'll be demonstrating JetStream web application. JetStream is a data delivery system which runs inside a browser, and that browser can be either Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Apple Safari. So for this demonstration I'll be using the Kapelfast survey. So let's get started. So I'll click on the Kapelfast. So the web interface will come up. I'll first go through the web interface. So this big window is a map window where user can interactively work with the map. There's a window on the right side which is called query builder, and user can interactively build a query there. There is polygon coordinates where user can type in coordinates for their area of interest. So probably I'll start with talking about this toolbar on the left. So this toolbar is interactive, so you can put anywhere you like. So I'll just put it to its original position. So currently the toolbar is in information mode, which is a default mode. So if I hover on the toolbar, it just tells me the tooltip for it. So in this case the tooltip saying that's the information box, there's a multi mode, there's a draw a polygon mode, there's a draw rectangle mode, there's a zoom box, there's an option you can use to pan the map. You can use this button to reset the extents of the map. You can use this button, which is looks like a bin, and you can use this to clear polygon coordinates. There are two more buttons which allow you to go back and forth between history, and the history is just the map zoom. So currently you're not seeing anything. That blue thing in the background is the ocean, right? And this Kapelfast survey is to the east of Australia, right? So if I drag my map, you can see the east coast of Australia. So I'll just probably just set my accent. So currently you're not seeing anything other than just the blue ocean. So in order to show this Kapelfast survey, I have to go back to the layer switcher. I have to select Kapelfast, which is a seismic survey. So you can see that those lines have appeared on the right hand side of the east coast of Australia. So I'll use this button to reset my view. Okay, so once I do that, the map has been brought to its original position. So I'll probably use the information mode at the start. So the information allows you to interactively interact with the Sagwa lines. So once you hover on a number of Sagwa lines, it shows the name of that particular Sagwa. You can click on the Sagwa line, and then a window pops up, and there you can see a number of things. So you can see a drop down box. You can see a list of 10 Sagwas, right? I mean, you probably have noticed that I only clicked on one, and why I'm getting a list of 10 Sagwas is because there are other associated product in that particular region, right? So we're not saying all of them because they're just coincident and sitting on top of each other, right? So it's not a good idea to show them all together. So we just show the primary ones, and the one which are getting on top of the primary one, I mean which are not on the top of the primary one, are the one we are showing in the list. So if I change the name of the Sagwa in the list, the metadata window gets populated again. You can see a thumbnail has been shown for that particular Sagwa. There are three options on the screen. So there's an option you can use to show full aesthetic. So if I click that, that shows the the aesthetic for that particular segway. So I can close that. There's option to download the segway, and there's an option to download all the segways. So if I click that, then I'll be presented with the list of those 10 segways. So I'll probably just use that. So I'll click that. So I can see there's a this next window allows me to select the theme. I know that my seismic survey is cataloged as survey size volumes. I can tick that and say next, and I can see a list of 10 segways. So if I select all or just pick one of those, I can download it. So I can close that window. I'll talk a little about this thumbnail. So I'll click on the thumbnail. The thumbnail comes up. So this one is showing the thumbnail for that segway. You'll notice that it's having those white lines. I'll probably describe them what those white lines means. Those white lines are actually the other segways which are intersecting with this particular segway. So if I move my pop-up right hand side, and you can see that this particular line I've clicked on has having intersection with other seismic lines. So one cool thing is, once you hover on that white line, you can see the name of the segway which is intersecting at that particular point, or particular point of the segway. So if I click that, it opens that particular segway, and then you can see that it's also showing white lines, and which are just signifying that what are the segway intersecting with this segway. I'll close that. This window is interactive, so you can zoom in, or you can reset the view. So I can say reset. There's an option you can use to download the segway. There's an option to close the window. I'll just make it full screen. Some other things we can see is the name of the segway, and also shows you the bearing. You can also see the X and Y scales on this particular screen. So I'll probably close that. I'll close my pop-up. I'll close this layer switcher. So this information mode was one of the options which you can use to interact with the segway. I will probably show another way you can interact with the web interface. So I'm currently selected draw or polygon mode. So what it does, it allows you to draw arbitrary shapes on the web interface. So if I click once and then expand my rectangle and then just draw arbitrary shape, in order to finalize my rectangle I have to double click. So I'll double click and my rectangle is drawn. So you have noticed that when I finalize my points, I can see that those points are actually recorded on this box. So when I ask to proceed to download, the catalog will be searched based on that area of interest, and all the data sets which lie inside that particular area of interest will be shown. So I'll probably delete that, and I'll just use the rectangle mode. So I'll switch back to rectangle mode. I'll draw a rectangle around this particular segway, and I can say proceed to download. So once I ask to proceed to download, I'll be presented with a list of themes. I know the segway are survey seismic volumes. I tick that. I say next, and I see a list of 10 segways. I can close that. Now I will draw a bigger box. So just to prove that the catalog is intelligent enough, and it only shows the data which is inside the area of interest. So now we have seen that I have drawn a bigger polygon. So you can see that there are more segway which are lying inside this rectangle. So if I go back and say push to download, I'll see a list of themes. I'll select service edit volumes, I'll hit next, and see this time I'm getting a bigger list because my area of interest is bigger and the system is intelligent enough, and it just allow me to, it just give us a list of data which is inside that area of interest. So I'll delete that. I'll reset the web interface, and I'll probably talk about the query builder. So query builder allows user to interactively build custom queries based on keywords. So I'll add a constraint, select a field, so you can do a keyword search based on a label, a process state, a block, date added, or name. So in this case I'll do a search based on name. So there's this constraint, right, which can be equals, not equals, and contains. So if I select equals, then it will just accurately match the name of whatever I put in this window. I can say not equals, which will find whatever data set which doesn't have that name, and I can also have the contains, which just like a wildcard search. So whatever name I put in there will be searched in the catalog, and the results will be returned. So in this case I remember the name of one of the segway, so I can just type the name here. So GA302 -001, and I have to hit enter, and once I say proceed to download, I have to select the theme again, say next, and you can see that currently I'll be presented with the list of all the segway which are starting or which contain GA302-001. So I'll close that window. I can also delete my search by clicking on this red button. I'll probably build another keyword search. So I'll say add constraint, I'll say date edit, I can say I know a date which works, so I'll select 20th of November 2011, and that I have to put a 2 as well, so same deal, 2011, but this time I'll put an extra day, so instead of 20 put 21st. And once I search my catalog, I can get a list of all the segway which were added on that particular day. In this example, I mean, all the data was done in one go, so all the segway were having the same date added. So I'll close that. I can cancel my query again. One other option I want to talk about is this zoom box, which allow user to draw a zoom box on the web interface. So if I select, or if I draw a zoom box, the map gets zoomed to that particular region. I can zoom further, and it will be zoomed further. So you can also use your mouse wheel to zoom in and zoom out. So I'm zooming out, you can say zoom in. You can also use those plus and minuses to go in or out. There's another option which is called pen. You can use this to just pen left or right. You can also use this button called reset extents to reset the extents of the map windows. I'll select that, and the map is zoomed to the default view. There's two options which allows you to go forward and backward to different zoom levels. So if I say backward, I'll see that zoom level again. I can say forward, and it'll be, so it just maintains the history of your views. Okay, so one other thing I can do is I can draw a rectangle and I can then copy those coordinates. I can delete the coordinates. I'll put them back in this window, but then you can see that's interactive, right? So once I start putting numbers in, right, it responds to the numbers typed in that polygon coordinates box. So you can see that I have removed one of the point, and then it's not rectangle anymore, so it's become a triangle. I'll delete that. So the number workflow is other user can use the information mode and can just select a particular stack Y, or user can draw a rectangle, which we have done before. So I'll draw a rectangle. I say proceed to download. List is showed where you can select a theme. I say survey segment volumes. I say next, and I can ask to download all data sets or one. In this case, I'll just pick one of those. I'll say next. I'll just tick that and say next. Once I do that, the server will receive my request, and that request will be put onto the queue. And once that job is processed, an email will be sent to this email address. I mean, currently it's hard to code it to be me, but this is still a demo, right? But on the real application, the user have to register, and then the email is sent to their registered account. So that's the normal workflow. One other thing you can do that, I mean, currently I'll just go to that interface again. So I'll say push key to download. I'll say theme service seismic volumes. You might have noticed that there's a drop down box saying WGS84 SUTM57, which is the projected coordinate for the SAC-Y, but I can also ask that SAC-Y to be delivered as geodatic. So if I do that and say download all data sets and say next, so the SAC-Y I'll receive, I mean, once the system will process the job, the email I'll receive, and once I click on the download link, I'll get that particular SAC-Y in geodatic coordinates. So the system is intelligent, and you can ask whatever datum projection you want, and system will on the fly will convert the data into that particular datum projection. One other thing the system can do is you can actually ask for a subset of data. So for example, I just want that bit from my SAC-Y, or just that bit. So I can say, okay, I'll select that, proceed download, do the normal thing, theme, service, and volumes, say next. Still get the same list, right? But once I ask to download this data set, right, the system will see the request, it will process it, and will send an email. But because my area of interest was just covering a portion of the SAC-Y, right, so only that part of the SAC-Y will be delivered. So the system knows, and system can subset, or it can cookie cut based on user rectangle. So that be it for the SAC-Y interface. So I'll just delete and reset. You might have noticed that there were more layers in the list. So I can ask to display the gravity grid. Can get rid of that. So there's a gravity grid, and if I select it and say proceed to download, it will show me a list of, it will just show me a name of that particular gravity grid. I can then download it using the web interface. So I have gone through a number of options which can be used to use JStream system. Just keep in mind that JStream is an intelligent system, right? It's not like typical GI system which just serves the data, right? It can actually subset, it can actually locate them, and it can deliver them. So this is not a GI system. This is actually working on real data like grids, shapefiles, SAC-Ys. So that be it. in terms of my demonstration. So thanks for your time, and I hope you have enjoyed my demonstration.